Sup? Oop, I almost hit you. You fool. So I'm the fool here. Matt and Roy, ESC United, your favorite Eurovision channel. Another day of rehearsals. Montenegro, one of the countries to rehearse, returning to the contest. Vladana, Breathe, hoping to return to the contest. They showed us their staging, and we're here to discuss it and see it's going to work. Is it not working? We're not going to predict everything just yet, so don't even go into that. But Roy, what are your thoughts of what she put forward with the team?
Yeah, she is usually kind of seen in like these avant-garde kind of dresses, and for the Eurovision stage it goes kind of both ways. Like it is toned down a bit more, the real dress that she's wearing. It was just a nice blue kind of plain dress, but then she has like a big circle around her. Like picture something from like a fly's wing, like that kind of material. It's a bit see-through, but the thing is there are lights in that circle, and so those lights will like pulsate through the movements of the song and the beat basically. I will say that with this song I think it was heard quite a lot by the sun not working. I think that her being on stage B, which she is the entire performance, hurts her quite a bit, because for most of the performance you just see this empty stage behind her, because there's no pretty LED to look at, and like if you have a wide shot you're like, ooh, that's a bit empty, and then you zoom back in and it's fine again, because the close-up worked really well. I will say that Vladana was really good vocally as well, like she was on point basically, and yeah, the circle is basically just pulsating on the beat. Also some nice camera shots of how it starts. It starts from the back of Vladana, it goes over the top, and then you see her from the front. And it's the same way it also ends the song. It goes from the front, over her, and then from the back. And that is a very good touch. Overall, I think Montenegro did what they had to do. It just sucks that LED isn't fully functioning for them, because then it would have looked even more stunning. But yeah, they did what they can do, really.
Yeah, the only problem I have is because I'm trying to remember even all the backdrops, but because some of them were blocked. But yeah, it was really pretty. I remember that as well. She sounded, first of all, really good. She really sang her heart out, and I really appreciate that she didn't have to do that because it's a rehearsal.
Yeah.
Yet here she comes and blows us away, and I do like this idea of that, like, because it's like, what is this? It's kind of cool. It just adds a little bit of a flavor. They did this thing where they had the lights on, then they turned them off, and you said on the third one they put them back on, right?
Yeah.
Because I missed the third run through. So it looks nice, and you can make a case. Is it too static? Because she basically just stands in the same spot the entire time. Personally, I would have preferred if she walked a little bit, maybe. I'm not sure she can do it with that thing on her back, maybe. But you get what I'm saying. I think just by her being in one spot, maybe a little static. And Roy, I agree also with the stage looking very empty. I think it would have made sense if they had like just some random beautiful dark trees in the back and then some smoke on the floor. That would have filled that up and would have made it look like she's in a haunted forest. This is just one random thing I'm throwing out there. It may have not been appropriate for the song stories, but you get my point. Put something on there to fill it up, because yes, it does look a little empty, and the camera team needs to work overtime to avoid that emptiness. So that was necessary. The colors are very dark of the staging for the most part, I believe, which is the theme this year, unfortunately. So that's out of her control. I guess who knows? They don't know what all the other delegations are doing. Overall, though, it is a nice song, and I think the vibe is really nice. It's just a little bit too static. That would be my observation. So I know they're not going to scrape the whole staging, obviously, Roy. But with what they have and what they're working right now, what should they change?
Maybe they can look and maybe get a few more camera shots that are a little bit more up close to try to really diminish that emptiness that you're feeling. It's basically a big void behind her right now, and you just kind of don't want to focus on that too much. So there's already, I think, more camera work focused on her than they had initially planned. But if they can move that like a little bit further and like do more close-ups even, I think that could help them a little bit better. For the rest, I think camera shots wise and lighting wise, what we saw was pretty much good. I don't think there were any major mishaps. Besides like the second run through, the lighting on the circle not working, but I guess they were just trying to look at how things were looking. So yeah, maybe just a few more close-ups here and there, but for the rest, not much more they can do.
I do think, and I think it's not even their fault, because I think they fell victim to the kinetic sun not working, because I think the backdrop would have filled it up
Yeah,
nicely, a
100%.
whole lot more.
Yeah.
And now that they don't, that seems a little empty. So I feel really bad for them as well for that. So that's the only thing. Camera angles, maybe even less wide mid shots. Keep it as close to her as much as possible to avoid that emptiness. A little bit is fine, I get it. And I understand they also use like the LED floors a little bit for some of the effects. I remember that, especially on the thing. But it still doesn't work enough for me to be like, yeah, it fills up the void, you know. So just work on those camera shots. Hopefully that'll work. My fingers are crossed, because, you know, Montenegro came in with the vision and idea, and I gotta, you know, give props to it, because it looks nice, she sounds good. And again, it sucks being out of their control.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like we're just like, well, what do you want from us? You know,
Yeah.
we tried. So, but those are our thoughts. Keep watching that clip on YouTube and take a look. Do you agree with us? You see where we're coming from? Or you think, this is just working just fine, shut up. Well, don't say shut up, just disagree. Don't tell us to shut up, that's not nice. Leave your thoughts below in the comment section. I'll see ya in the next video.
Bye-bye.